want to do is I want to give you guys a drill, and then we're going to make it live. Okay? So, would you step in with your right foot and hit your fist 1/4 inch from my nose?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Good. That was
It's a
closer than a
little
quarter.
yes.
All right. So just come up slowly and just put
Yes.
it. I just want you to put it there. Good. This is going to be our starting position. You're going to stay right here. Now, the reason I start here is because people will use adverse movements in order to compensate for the punch coming at their face. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Or compensatory, is that a good English? Vertebral junction. Good. They're going to use adverse movements, which means they're going to react differently. I want everybody to get the core movement first, and then we will move into the actual strike. So, what's the chamber for this actual block? Right here. This is the chamber. My hands are in front of me. What happens at that moment is my hand rises up in the center. Every single one of the hard blocks, whether there's a rising block, an inside block, an outside block, a downward block, an upward block, starts right here in the middle. Okay? And then what happens from there, and the reason why they all start neutral and center, is so that when the opponent's throwing the technique at you, your mind has to comprehend where, what angle, what direction it's coming from, and then it can move into that segment. Does that make sense? But if I precondition myself to think up here and then suddenly it was coming around here instead, I'm in trouble, aren't I? So this is why I call this a neutral chamber. Okay, so back to our position again. And this explanation will fit all of the blocks, so I don't have to explain it once, okay? So forgive me if I'm being long-winded. Now, here's the fun part. Okay, I want to create that bone-to-bone action just from that short movement. Okay? Now, that's the basic movement. The secondary movement is this. Feels a little different now, right? Okay. There's a difference between hitting a block and pulling a block. Okay? When this goes live, it will have a different function and response. Does that make sense? So let me do it in slow motion. From here, my hands hopefully would be somewhere prepared at this point. That is, I start in the center line. Now, as I notice that punch was straight, I go slightly off the center line. The twist starts happening, and notice what's happening as the wrist comes to his arm. It touched, but it was drawing back towards me. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
So, here. This is the motion. So the motion is I meet. It's almost like, imagine like a meat hook. I'm grabbing it and pulling it towards